This is day one of the Hobie BOS event on Toledo Bend. Had to battle some tough conditions on this day. It was a cold front that hit, which is never good in the spring, and we were dealing with some very high winds. I'm in a protected spot right here, but it was blowing 15 to 20 miles an hour, and it was coming out of the east. It was forecasted to come out of the north, but it was an east wind, and it made things very challenging. There really was not much water available that you could fish without just getting absolutely pounded by the waves. But I stuck it out right in this area and made it work for the first part of my day. So you'll see I missed that first fish. I was dragging a lightweight Texas rig, quarter-ounce weight, and the fish were biting it pretty funny. I assume just the cold front had them in a weird mood, but with my bottom baits, which I ended up changing to a shaky head, but I had to just when I'd feel them pick it up, I had to let them swim off with it and really be patient because they were just biting really funny. So I just spotted one right there on live scope. You can see it there, and I pick up a jerkbait. There's the first one of the day, a little 14-inch spot on a jerkbait. We got fish number 2. I watched him swim over here on live scope. Got him on the jerkbait. You've heard the story before. As you can see, things got pretty sporty. I haven't changed locations at all. I tried to slide out off the point a little bit and drag a Carolina rig around because there just weren't as many fish up on the point as there had been in practice, and I was trying to relocate them. Never ended up doing that, and I ended up sliding a little further back into some protected water shortly after this because I just was not able to hold position or fish effectively out here. So anyone who fished this tournament will recognize this spot because the pre-tournament meeting was held right there. Found some fish really close to that during practice out here on this point at the mouth of the pocket, and in practice I could see them on live scope suspending up off the bottom on this point. It was only 5 to 7 feet deep up there, maybe even shallower, and the fish, were visibly sitting up off the bottom. Very easy to see them in practice, but the water was 55 then, and I think it was 48 or 49 this morning. So I assumed that they probably mostly left, maybe some hunkered down, but I decided to pick up a shaky head and see if any were hunkered down, and they were. Maybe 12, maybe. That's keeper number 3, and pay attention to how slowly I'm fishing this shaky head. It may look like I'm moving it fast because I'm picking up lots of slack with the spinning reel, but mostly that's because I'm paddling towards where I'm fishing. When I'm actually moving the bait, I'm only moving it a couple of inches at a time, and I'm moving it very slowly. That's something that I only know to do because I spent a lot of time fishing in Virginia and West Virginia in the middle of winter when the water is in the low 40s or even colder, and you got to go so slow to get bit, and it just makes that much of a difference sometimes. Okay, fishing this little bank right here. I caught some here in practice, and it's not good today, but I just caught one. Little green pumpkin worm on a shaky head. I just switched to an 1/8 ounce shaky head because I had a quarter on there for fishing brush piles, and I think I need to be throwing an 1/8 up here because these fish are not in a good mood. It did make a really big difference to change from that 1/4 ounce shaky head to an 1/8 ounce because I was fishing relatively shallow and I was trying to go as slow as possible. Once I made that switch, I started getting a few more bites. There he is. Good looks, good looks. It's number 4. Probably biggest one of the day. There he is. That's 5. Not the biggest 5 in the world, but I do believe we got 5 now. Dang it. So that was my last fish off of this spot. This one didn't upgrade at all. It was right over 12 inches maybe. Decided it was time to make a move. I didn't know exactly what to do. Talked to one of my buddies and he had not done anything shallow. So I decided to go look for some fish that I could throw a jerkbait at with that forward facing sonar. Safely made a move downwind of the spot that I was fishing. Not sure how well it would have gone to try to move upwind, but I went downwind to a protected cove. Decided I was going to bunker down here and see what lives here. So if you're not sure what's going on right here, I'm watching a fish that's more or less sitting under my kayak looking at my jerkbait, and I let the wind push me off of the fish so I can just keep moving the jerkbait as the kayak drifts and continue my retrieve. I can't believe that. Got him. It's a very good upgrade for me. I was hoping it was going to be a dang big one. Oh, but that's okay. That is okay. We will take what we are given today. And we are given a hellacious time trying to hook this thing. Oh my gosh, that's not fun. But I just had to net him. He ate it good too. Let's just get him unhooked, I guess. That's probably, I hope he's 15, 16 probably. He seems a lot bigger than he probably is, but that's okay. I'm just excited today. Let's see. 15 inches. Big upgrade, so he's gonna go 15 inches. So I just spotted another little group of fish moving around in the same general area, and I pick up a jerkbait to try to get them going. So you can see them right here. I think it ended up being about 4 fish, but you can definitely tell there's a cluster of fish out there. Oh my gosh. Oh, no freaking way. Yes. That was wild. There we go. Getting somewhere. That's a good one there. 5 like that. You'll be alright. Oh, and they're hitting it right too. That's what you want to see. Look at that. Head first. Little lipstick. Just a little goth. Gothy. Nothing wrong with that. I hope that's like a 17. That's a pretty fish. We're about to come up on the last fish catch of the day. You'll notice that at this point, I'm not even fishing. I'm just pedaling around in this little area in the back of this pocket where the wind's pushing in, and I'm just looking because I realize that, I spend a lot of time in here trying other techniques, and the way for me to catch decent fish at this point was just to watch for them on live scope. Yes. That was my last fish for the day. That little flurry I got on there in the end that gave me 3 nice upgrades was super important. It jumped me up the leaderboard into 51st out of 200 and put me in good striking distance to make a comeback on day 2 and jump inside that top 20 cut and get a check. Stay tuned for day 2. Get into some much larger fish on day 2. It was pretty exciting.